Let's give him. I'll read it to you.
Okay. When will we have it? I believe at the same time IFRS is implemented. I think they'll go hand in hand. That's why I'm so big on IFRS. Not that I have one client that would probably go with IFRS. But I think we'll have it about by 2014. Unfortunately, things don't, it's really dependent upon the SEC implementing the IFRS. I'd love it tomorrow, trust me. I'd like it more than anybody else here.
Okay, Bob.
Yes.
By the way, earlier I got so excited about introducing Bob that I forgot to introduce myself.
Jose Valiente.
I'm Jose Valiente. I'm a tax principal with Larson Allen, and thank you for being here. Bob, I got a two-part question here. When do you expect the SEC Chair Shapiro to move on IFRS or not?
I think within 2 months we'll see the roadmap. Okay. I have no doubt by December we'll have it. We'll have the roadmap back. The roadmap came out under Cox, went through some criticisms. Cox lost all power. It was dead when Shapiro came in. So, as I said earlier, I think we'll see it by the end of this year. He gave a speech. New chief accountant gave a speech last Saturday in New York, and did say that this fall. He's saying fall, so I'm taking that to be before December 22nd.
From the same person, what is the role of the AICPA and the state societies in the healthcare debate?
Right now, dealing with financial regulation, tax reform, we see those as our two biggest ones. We're not taking a position in the healthcare debate. We've not been asked to come into it, and when we're not asked, we're not going to go there because we're really saving up our gunpowder and using it in the financial re-regulation and in the whole IFRS area. So I would say right now, none.
Okay.
I don't know about the state, but I don't think the states, I have not been to any state that's taking any positions. Because remember, we do have members on both sides of these issues. It's not always like just because you think, this is what people think. Well, I don't like this, so the rest of the CPAs in the world don't like it because I don't like it, therefore we should be against it. Unfortunately, we have members in industry who make up half of the membership too, and sometimes those in industry want something that those in practice don't. So I do think you have to recognize that.
You mentioned earlier that there may not be much tax reform this year, but 2010 is around the corner, and estate tax is supposed to go away. So is that still going to be the case, you think?
No. I mean, my guess with this Congress, no, they need money. I know it's not going away. Permanently, I will bet anybody it's not going away as it will in 2010. I think you'll be lucky it lasts into 2010. I think you'll see a change very early in the year, retroactive to the beginning of the year. That's just my personal prediction based on the need in Congress for money.
Yeah, because
we've got a lot of projects to fund.
We have been recommending to our clients that 2010 is the year to check out, if you have to.
Have you been recommending that to the client or their children? I know if I was in the hospital, I would guarantee my kids wouldn't be in the room.
All right. With so much fraud from the Madoff and Stafford, AICPA, FICPA should lobby harder for the SEC, FDIC to hire more CPAs, I guess to do audits or whatever. Yet the SEC is 80% lawyers.
Yeah.
So I think there's a question there somewhere, but
I think it's more of a statement, and I don't think it's one that most people would disagree.
Yeah.
I think that it's a very valid comment. I think it's a good comment. I think we would all agree. The SEC certainly was not clean on that one, but I do think that with Chairman Shapiro, she's an enforcement person, and her background's enforcement. She likes enforcement, and it's in her intent, and that's why she liked our proposal. So I think you're going to see more of it. I think you'll see more CPAs. You'll have to. I mean, FBI's got a big hiring program on for CPAs. CIA does, and the FBI is even starting a non-agent group. I met with them a few months ago. And I will tell you, they're starting a whole new group of non-agents in the forensic area who will be everything that the agents will be except with arrest and gun. They won't carry a gun, and they won't be having arrest powers, but they'll be doing nothing but basically forensic examinations.
And the last question that I have is, it seems that the AICPA is making it almost impossible for the sole practitioner to perform audits and reviews. Do you see this trend reversing?
I do see the trends reversing. Remember, they're not AICPA generated. We are not FASB. We have constantly pushed FASB for the last 3 years very hard. Judy Odell, who is a sole practitioner, works half-time at the FASB, doing nothing but pushing these reforms. Barry Melanson says this so well when he said, these last 3 years, we've given them every opportunity to make a lot of friends, and they haven't made one. I can't put it any better than that. And I will tell you that that's absolutely the truth. Judy is a hard-working person. She's a sole practitioner from Maryland, and she's worked tirelessly trying to convince them that they need to do more for us. And we've gone through this whole list of projects with them that I showed very quickly. I will tell you that it's just, their pressure point is registrants. There's no question. Their pressure point from Congress, their funding, all comes out of the registrants. So that's where the pressure point is. They know they are serving their master. With IFRS, FASB, the good news is, and everybody applauds, FASB will be going away in the way we know it today. So that's why I'm excited about IFRS, because I do see it for those who are in the private company area to have a set of standards that are easy for, number one, for the clients to use and for you to audit, or for you, if you're doing accounting for them, compilations where you're doing the work, it can be easier for you to use, and they're more relevant.
Well, Bob, thank you for being here. We are very proud of you, especially since you are the first Floridian ever in the history of the AICPA to be its chairman. And so thank you for being here. Bob has the busiest schedule of anybody that I know. And so we appreciate you very much for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks again.